Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So today the topic of our discussion is neoliberalism or liberal institutionalism. We are going to discuss its history, concept and criticism one by one. So let's start with the history. Neoliberalism gets its ideological roots from the classical liberalism that came in 19th century from Adam Smith's book The Wealth of Nations. Neoliberalism came in limelight in 1970s when the economic stagnation prompted towards liberalism or liberal policies. Well, what was the economic stagnation that came in that time? Economic stagnation came due to the Arab oil producing countries' oil embargo on the West due to the Yom Kippur War. Neoliberalism gets its intellectual foundations from the Austrian-born British economist Friedrich von Hayek book The Road to Serfdom that came in 1944, in which he argues that interventionist policies and the measures of state of redistribution of wealth leads inevitably towards totalitarian regimes. So in that book he argues about less government intervention, more privatization and all these stuff, and promotes neoliberalism. So what's the definition of neoliberalism? It's an ideology and a policy model for countries to follow. Neoliberalism is both. It emphasizes on free market competition. In French, we also know it as laissez-faire economics, means free market economy, means supply and demand based economy. It emphasizes on minimal state intervention in trade and social spheres, more power to the private people, freedom and equality, all these kinds of things it demands. It is a way for states to facilitate states cooperation. It's a solution for that cooperation. What are the key assumptions of neoliberalism? One of the key assumptions of neoliberalism is that states are the main actor in international political system. It accepts that, but it also says that states are not the sole actors, but non-state actors play an important role in that. Who are the non-state actors? Non-state actors are the large-scale corporations or all those businesses, those private businesses. They are also the main actors in neoliberalism thought. One of the main propositions that divides classical liberalism from neoliberalism is that world system is anarchic in nature. Classical liberalism didn't believe in anarchic nature, but neoliberalism believes in anarchic nature. It accepts that anarchy is there, but it believes more in the cooperation. It is more optimistic about the cooperation of the states. What this theory says is that states are mainly concerned with their economic gain. Where they get more economic gain, they will move towards that. They will shift their policies towards that. States cooperate in international institutions, help them to maximize cooperation among them. That's another assumption. Another assumption is if institutions seems to promote mutual benefit, then states will cooperate. That's another point, that states will follow when they get economic benefit from that. There can be many examples of neoliberalism in action, but we are going to discuss few examples, 3 examples here, to just give you an idea that how neoliberalism is being followed. IMF bailout package for Pakistan. It is basically import of neoliberal policies in Pakistan. What IMF is wanting from Pakistan, it is wanting free market based economy. It is asking for Pakistan to lower its grip on the private sphere or move towards more privatization, fiscal consolidation and all that stuff. Another example is that what EU did to Greece. It gave them bailout package and asked them about fiscal consolidation and all that free market based policies that they have to follow, tax and spending reforms and reducing in that and creating business friendly environment. That's Greece's picture. EU asked about that to Greece. Another example in action is that when in 1970s General Pinochet came in power, he adopted all the free market policies: privatization, deregularization, government intervention, less and less spending on pensions and health and all that kind of things. he moved towards neoliberal policies. Few criticisms on that neoliberalism is that it widens inequality. It gives few people more power in controlling all the state behavior, and more people are getting their rights infringed. That's another criticism on the neoliberalism. Another criticism is that one size fits all. Neoliberal policies are implemented on all the countries equally, but every country has got its own needs. One of the example that is coming in my mind is that neoliberal policies have not worked for Pakistan in the past, and it is still not working for Pakistan. That's why Pakistan is getting its, I think, 23rd IMF package, bailout package. Every country has its own needs. It doesn't necessarily mean that neoliberal policies will work for all the countries. It can be different for developed countries, but it is different for the third world countries. There are totally different needs of that countries. So that's another criticism on neoliberalism. So thank you very much for listening, and that was all our lecture. Allah Hafiz. I would say subscribe, like, and share it with more people so that they can understand neoliberalism. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.